Alright, hello everybody. So today we are going to study the rise of nationalism in Europe, the first chapter of history of class 10. So we start with this beautiful picture which is drawn by painted by the painter French painter Frederic Suro. Here his name is there. So in 1848, Frederic Suro, a French artist, prepared a series of four paints visualizing his dream of a world made up of democratic and social republics, as he called them. The first print of the series shows the people of Europe and America, men and women of all ages and social classes, marching in a long train and offering homage to the Statue of Liberty as they pass by it. Let us understand a few words. Statue of Liberty is a that is extremely huge statue kept in New York Harbor in New York in the United States. It is a copper statue and was gifted by the people of France to the people of the United States. It was designed by French sculptor Frederic Auguste Bartholdi, and its metal framework was built by Gustave Eiffel. The statue was dedicated on October 28, 1886. Homage means special honor or respect showing publicly. Struggle means facing difficulties for achieving something or engage in conflict. Enlightenment, the action of enlightening, giving more information and understanding. Charter means a written constitution or a formal statement of the rights of a country's people. Foreground means the people or objects, countryside, etc. in a picture that forms its main part or that is nearer to you in a picture. Picture के अंदर जो आपके पास होता है, that is foreground. Shattered means broken into small pieces. Forged means third form of forge, that means move forward gradually or steadily. Forged. इसके अलावा एक और मीनिंग है forged का, that is forgery, that is making duplicate copy without taking permission. That we are not considering here. We will consider this meaning. Forged means move forward gradually or steadily, धीरे धीरे move करना. Restrain का मतलब है calm and controlled behavior. No restraint means opposite to restrain. That means uncontrolled behavior. So what we studied, Statue of Liberty, a colossus that is extremely huge, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा statue kept in New York Harbor in New York in the United States of America. It is a copper statue, copper से बने हुए हैं, and copper is a metal, and was gifted by people of France to the people of United States. It was designed by French sculptor Frederic Auguste Barthold, and its metal framework was built by Gustave Eiffel. The statue was dedicated on October 28, 1886. So you will remember this meaning. Struggle means facing difficulties for achieving something. कुछ अचीव करने के लिए जो हमें स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है, जो डिफिकल्टीज फेस करना पड़ता है, स्ट्रगल. होमेज मीन्स स्पेशल ऑनर और स्पेशल रेस्पेक्ट शोइंग पब्लिकली. Enlightenment, the action of enlightening means giving more information and understanding. कुछ चीज़ के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन देना और चीज़ों को more understanding बनाना. Charter means a piece of paper where फॉर्मल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ द राइट्स ऑफ अ कंट्रीज पीपल, एक देश के जो जनता है उनका क्या क्या राइट्स है, क्या क्या अधिकार है, उसके बारे में लिखा रहता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड चार्टर. फोरग्राउंड मीन्स एक पिक्चर में जो आपके पास रहता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड फोरग्राउंड. चार्टर्ड मीन्स SHATTERED, चार्टर्ड मीन्स ब्रोकन इनटू स्मॉल पीसेस, छोटे छोटे पीसेस में ब्रेक डाउन करना, तोड़ना, टूटे हुए पीसेस. एंड forged मीन्स मूव फॉरवर्ड ग्रेजुअली और स्टेडीली. Three forms are there: forge, forged, forged. Now we get back to our discussion. So the first printing that is given here, in that painting we can see that Europe and America, men and women of all ages and social classes marching in a long train and offering homage to the Statue of Liberty as they pass by it. If we look at the diagram here, we can see that there is a long chain of people. बहुत लंबा सा एक चेन ऑफ पीपल, और ऐसे यहाँ से आ रहे हैं. इतना बड़ा लंबा रेल है जिनमें ये फ्रांस है सबसे पहले, एंड देन जर्मनी, एंड देन अदर कंट्रीज. Now, as you can remember that during French Revolution, the revolutionist personified liberty as a female figure. Here you can recognize the torch enlightenment she bears in one hand and the charter of rights of man in the other. On the earth in the foreground, ये foreground meaning अभी हम लोगों ने देखा. foreground means जो पास में है, of the image lie the shattered remains, टूटे हुए shattered remains of the symbols of absolutist institution. ये है यहाँ पे, these are that shattered remains of absolutist. ये कुछ crown दिख रहा है, that king's hat, we can say, the hat that kings usually wear on their heads, that's there. The Sorrow utopian vision. The people of the world are grouped as distinct nations, identified through their flags and national costume, leading the procession. ये बड़ा सा जो चेन है पीपल का, लंबा सा रेल है, ट्रेन है, उसको प्रोसेशन कहते हैं. प्रोसेशन way past the Statue of Liberty and are the United States, the Switzerland, which by this time were already nation states, France, identifiable by the revolutionary tricolor, has just reached the statue. She is followed by the people of Germany, bearing the black, red and gold flag. Interestingly, at the time when Sorrow created this image, the German peoples did not yet exist as a united nation. The flag they carry as an expression of liberal hopes in 1848 to uniform the numerous German-speaking principalities into a nation-state under the democratic constitution. Following the German peoples are the peoples of Austria, the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary, and Russia. Form the heavens above. Christ, saints, and angels gaze upon the scene. They have been used by the artist to symbolize fraternity among the nations of the world. Fraternity means equal belief, bearing equal beliefs. सब एक ही तरीके का सोच रखना, एक ही तरीके का जॉब्स that is called fraternity. Now here basically it's a picture to demonstrate the idea of nation state as a democratic and social republics, as was thought by this painter, the famous painter Frederick Sorrow. And at that time in Europe, basically absolutist form of government were there. Absolutist form of government means literally a government or system of rule that has no restraints on the power exercised. मतलब ज़बरदस्ती काम करवाना, लोगों के ऊपर जुल्म करना, that people's freedom was basically robbed by the sovereign, the queen and the king who were there in power. It was monarchical. Monarchs were there, government, monarchical government that was centralized. एक सेंट्रलाइज्ड गवर्नमेंट था, मिलिटराइज्ड एंड रिप्रेसिव. रिप्रेसिव मीन्स इंसान के बातों को, उनके थॉट्स को फोर्सफुली कंडेम करना. सो रिप्रेसिव गवर्नमेंट वी थिंक. लेकिन जो फ्रेडरिक सरो का जो ideology tha, that was utopian. Utopian means a vision of a society that is so ideal that it is unlikely to actually exist. It is so ideal, it is so it cannot exist. It is not practical. Ideal means it is not practical at all. It is so ideal that it is unlikely to actually exist. But whose idea was practical? This philosopher, French philosopher Ernest Renan, whose idea was a much practical one. His idea of nation state was, a nation is a culmination of a long past of endeavor, series, sacrifice and devotion. A heroic past, great man, glory, that is the social capital upon which one bases a national idea. To have common glories in the past, to have a common will in the present, to have performed great deeds together, to wish to perform still more. These are essential conditions of being a people. A nation is therefore a large-scale solidarity. Solidarity means an agreement between the people to help each other. Solidarity. Its existence is a daily plebiscite. Plebiscite means voting in the form of voting. Whatever decision is to be made, जो भी decision लेना है वो voting के जरिए. Common people will they will contribute to the voting system of voting, and then with those voting any decision would be made in a society. That is his idea. A province is its inhabitants. मतलब जो उस province में रहते हैं उनके ही होते हैं वो province. And if anyone has to right to be consulted, अगर किसी से discussion करना है, then it is the inhabitant. जो वहाँ पे रहते हैं उनसे ही discussion करना है, consult करना है. A nation never has any real interest in annexing or holding on to a country against its will. Annexing means जबरदस्ती कोई चीज़ को acquire कर लेना. That is called annexing. Annexing or holding on to a country against its will. तो जो लोग हैं उनके against में, उनके जो जगह है, उनके जो property है उसको दखल कर देना. That is called annexing. That is of no point. There is no point in doing that. The existence of nations is a good thing and a necessity even. Their existence is a guarantee of liberty. Liberty means freedom, which would be lost if the world had only one law and only one master. So at that time Europe was under one law and only one master. Monarchical form of government was there. It was militarized, it was repressive, and there is no there is no restraints on power exercised. It was centralized too. So this was the idea of those philosophers at that time. So let us have a quick summary of this. So what have we studied here? Central idea is transformation of modern states into nation state. What are modern states? Modern states were the states at that time that was governed by a militarized, centralized, monarchical government which was repressive in nature, absolutist government. Absolutist form of government means had no restraints on power exercised. Monarchical sovereignty means supreme power was the key concept. So you need to remember like this, point wise remember karna hai. Modern state, what is modern state? Central idea was modern state, transformation of modern states into nation states. What were modern states? A well-defined territory developed over a long period of time in Europe and which was governed by a monarchical, centralized, militarized, repressive form of absolute government. What is absolute government? Absolute form of government had no restraint on power exercised. Absolute form of government had no restraint on power exercised. Monarchical sovereignty was the key concept. Jo monarchical supreme power to rule the nation, that was the key concept. Frederick Sorrell's vision. Frederick Sorrell's vision of utopian state of a democratic, social and republican society was so ideal that it could not be existed in reality. It was so ideal, it cannot be existed in reality. Reality में exist नहीं कर सकता. It was very ideal. सोशलिज्म बेसिकली प्रैक्टिकली इट्स वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट. सोशलिज्म ये कहता है कि एक देश के अंदर अगर जितने भी पब्लिक है, मे बी इफ़ 20 करोड़ पीपल आर देयर इन अ कंट्री, तो सबको समान अधिकार मिलेगा. सब लोग, अब कोई भी राजा नहीं होगा, कोई भी गवर्नमेंट नहीं होगी, सारे जो कॉमन पीपल है, कॉमन सिटीजन है, दे विल रूल द कंट्री. नाउ इज इट प्रैक्टिकली प्लॉसिबल दैट इफ 20 करोड़ पीपल आर देयर और 50 करोड़ पीपल आर देयर, तो ये 50 करोड़ जनता जो है वो सब मिल के राज करेंगे, सब मिल के एक सिस्टम को चलाएंगे. इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. इट इज़ प्रैक्टिकली नॉट पॉसिबल अनलेस देयर आर सम रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स from the representatives of the common people, and they form a government, they form an administration. It is unlikely to exist that kind of government where there is no ruler, no administration, only people are the all in one. So that is not possible. That is utopian. So that is say told over here. Rather जो विजन नेशन स्टेट्स का फ्रेडरिक इनका जो अर्नेस्ट रेनन का जो विजन था, द विजन ही हैड, ही वाज अ फ्रेंच फिलोसोफर एंड ही just shared his vision in one of his lectures at the University of Sorbonne in 1882. Governance was to be exercised by common citizens. Plebiscite, right to voting for all, must develop a common identity and share a history of descent. जो सबका एक कॉमन आइडेंटिटी होना चाहिए, उनका एक हिस्ट्री ऑफ डिसेंट होना चाहिए, मतलब एक स्ट्रगल के थ्रू वो लोग एक जगह पे एकत्रित होना है, एंड एक सबका सेम आइडियोलॉजी, सबका सेम ओपिनियन होना चाहिए. दिस ग्लोरी ऑफ कॉमननेस, जो कॉमननेस एक साथ एकत्रित होना, दैट ग्लोरी डिड नॉट हैव एग्जिस्टेड इन द एंशिएंट टाइम, जो पौराणिक काल समय से नहीं है. हाउएवर it was supposed to be forged through a struggles and action of leaders and common people. एक struggle के थ्रू, वार के थ्रू जो लीडर्स होंगे कॉमन पीपल का, उनके थ्रू ये आना है. एंड इट्स अ लार्ज स्केल सॉलिडरिटी. लार्ज स्केल सॉलिडरिटी मीन्स जो सबके साथ एक एग्रीमेंट होगा कि एक दूसरे को हेल्प करेंगे, सोसाइटी में एक दूसरे के साथ मिलजुल के रहेंगे. दैट इज कॉल्ड सॉलिडरिटी. सो दीज आर द outcomes or a summary of what we have just studied. Next, our topic is French Revolution. Now here is a question that summarize the attributes of nation as Renan understands them. Why is his view our nations important? Why in his view are nations important? So this is your homework assignment to write this. All right. So see you in the next video.